In 22, Imran was ousted through a no-confidence vote. Imran slammed former Army Chief General Bajwa and even blamed an ISI general for failed assassination attempt. During 22-24, Imran was slapped with a slew of legal cases. Since then, he has been convicted on multiple counts and was put behind bars. Imran's May 2023 detention sparked riots, with PTI supporters storming GHQ Rawalpindi and torching a corps commander's Lahore's bungalow. There were unprecedented attacks on military symbols, leading to 8 deaths. Between 150 and 200 cases have been filed against Imran Khan, and he has been convicted in 3 major cases: Al-Qadir Trust corruption case, state secrets cipher case, and Tosh Khana gift misuse. With sentences ranging from 3 to 14 years, he also faces multiple ongoing trials related to violent protests. Despite his incarceration, Imran Khan continues to be highly popular and relevant in Pakistan's politics. Now, let me introduce my guests. I'm joined by Ambassador Deepak Vora, former Indian diplomat; Imtiaz Gul, author, senior journalist and executive director of the Center for Research and Security Studies. He joins me live from Islamabad. And I'm also joined by Mr. Mustakhan, senior journalist, live from Washington, D.C. My first question, 2 minutes each for the opening comments. Ambassador Vora, how come Imran Khan has become so important in the affairs of the Pakistan's politics, which has moved in a very different direction?
Well, thank you very much. Always an honor, pleasure to be with you. With our other 2 colleagues, I learned so much for you. I'm in Jaipur at the moment, sitting in a so-called superstar hotel, but my Wi-Fi is not very good. So let me tell you very quickly, I have a WhatsApp group of several people. We're about 100 people, ambassadors, military people, journalists like you, outstanding people, etc. One of them has posted, a Pakistani, of course I won't give you his name, a former ambassador. He says, the highest level on the Richter scale is 9.9. What is going to happen now in Pakistan is beyond that. Pray for my country, Ambassador Deepak. What about this character, Imran Khan, and this other fellow, Munaria, whatever his name is? They both believe in the same thing, in Sharia and radical Islamism. But the difference is, Munari is, whatever the fellow's name, I forget. He's not popular at all, not even in the military. He's trying to grab all power to himself. Whereas Imran Khan is insanely popular, particularly among young people. So my own impression, sir, I may be wrong, I hope and pray, he is not alive, sir. He was suffering from diabetes, he had hypertension. I've met the fellow a few times in New York, and I know that he was not in the pink of health. So if he's gone, it's much better for the government of Pakistan to come out with the truth. You know, I'll conclude by saying, when a character called Mullah Omar, I don't know if you remember the name, he was the head of the Taliban fellows in Afghanistan. He had been dead in a Karachi hospital for 2 years. And then these fellows said, oh, sorry, we forgot to tell you that he's dead. So lies, and denial seems to be the ethos of these people. I rest my case, and I apologize if any of my panelists feels a bit offended by my being so frank. Okay.
Let me go to Imtiaz Gul. He joins me from Islamabad. So how come there is so much of protest around Imran Khan? He has been in jail for more than 2.5 years, 840 days, as his son says. What is the backstory?
Well, I think everybody in the world knows, all those who know something about the politics of Pakistan, that Imran Khan looms large even today as the most popular leader, who was a global celebrity even before he became the Prime Minister. So there is no doubt about that. And then particularly since 2023, his arrest in 2023 August, I think he has drawn considerable crowds as well as sympathy in his favor, and he has been speaking against the status quo in Pakistan, and he's also, I think, refused to budge. He has also refused to be coerced into some sort of compromise, which may then result in his release, or at least coming out of the Adiala Jail, where he's been kept for now 846 days. So he still is very much relevant to the Pakistani politics, and evidence in the fact that although a lot of people on television don't take his name, there's an unofficial ban on that, but still most of the conversation revolves around or centers on this Imran Khan and his party, PTI. So he's very much in the news, and is consuming much more time than anybody else in the opposition together. So The reality is Imran Khan is still relevant. Yes, there's been a lack of transparency about his well-being, and I personally think that this is a systematic way of breaking his resolve through solitary confinement. We understand that he has been now in solitary confinement for over 6 weeks without any access to the lawyers or to the families for meeting with him. That's why this entire issue then creates doubts among the people as to what might have happened, if at all, God forbid, that the authorities are not sharing with public.
Absolutely. MR Mustikhan joins me from Washington. I'm not going to get into the issue of dead or alive. My question is political nature. Do you think that he can be a force against the establishment? He used to be the army's poster boy, and the amendments that have taken place in Pakistan has actually even more firmly institutionalized the role of the Pakistani army in a lot of civilian ambits, which belongs to the politicians, but they have given up.
Yes, thank you. Namaskar.
Namaskar.
As we know that Pakistan has been controlled by the United States for many long years now. On October 27th, the U.S. Secretary of Defense, Neil McElroy, was in Pakistan meeting the generals for 3-4 days. And a few minutes after he left Pakistan, Ayub Khan took over power from Iskandar Mirza. The thing was, Iskandar Mirza's son was married to the ambassador's daughter, and Iskandar Mirza thought that he has his strong purse. But the Americans decided in favor of Ayub Khan. And so this is a long story of Pakistan being managed firstly by London and then by Washington, D.C. So these are the two capitals that actually manage Pakistan even today. When Asim Munir was in London at the Sandhurst Military College, they posted his picture for months on their Twitter account. We protested a lot, and then they took that picture down. It's very unfortunate in Pakistan that the civilians are called bloody civilians by these generals who are lackeys of the West, who are lackeys of the United States. Imran Khan, you see, when he was in power, our struggle was still continuing. I am from the Baluch. We don't really appreciate this British created state of Pakistan, as you know. We were against this partition of India from the get-go, and you saw what kind of nonsensical view this Asim Munir, who's a psychopath, he's a general versed in the country's history. You saw how he spoke on April 16 about Hindus and Muslims being different. And then you saw what he did in Pahalgam. And then you saw that he got the clean slate from Mr. McDonald Burger, President Donald Trump. And now he thinks, you see, since he has got the support from Mr. Trump, he can do everything. We feel very strongly for the people of Pakistan who are struggling for democracy. We hope these are rumors. You see, Mr. Bhutto, I must tell you, Mr. Bhutto was very close to my family, and he also crushed us. But when he was in the prison, we supported him. And so we stand today with the democracy-loving people of Pakistan. There, Imran Khan's sister, I believe, is just like my own sister. In fact, they dress even like my own sisters. They have a common resonance with the people of Pakistan. Asim Munir represents no one other than himself, whereas Imran Khan is the popular leader of 80% of the country.
Okay, so let
Thank
me,
you, sir.
okay, you stay with me, but then it brings me to the bigger question, and this is a common question to both Ambassador Vora and Mr. Gul. Do you think that in Pakistan there is institutional heft in non-military institutions to put the clock back? Amendments have taken place. I mean, so the more power has been given to Asim Mori. So, Mr. Vora, is there institutional heft left in non-military areas?
Nothing at all, sir.
Nothing at all?
Nothing at all. As our colleague from Balochistan, by the way, my father's family is from Ghazni, so I'm 5% Pathan. Let me just put it across to you very bluntly. The civil administration has nothing. Absolute zilch. And this character, this Badmash who calls himself Sharif, forgive my strong language, he's there to polish the fellows, the military chap's shoes and wash his clothes, etc., etc. Now, let me put it to you finally, sir, as a last comment, since you're running out of time. In my mind and in many others, the overriding image of Pakistan is of heavy boots, the jack boot going up the stairs and the rustle of satin slippers coming down, which means all those guys sitting in the presidential palace get booted out, the military takes over. What I see happening, there's going to be violence, a tremendous amount of violence, and then the military will say, okay, guys, you can't handle it, the police can't handle it, and this McDonald Trump. So McDonald, by the way, is my trademark. You can't use that. So what is going to happen is that we will see, what we will see happening is that, my bell is ringing, I don't know who it is, but anyway, what is going to happen, sir, is the military will intervene if the violence cannot be controlled. I see that happening. I've been 52 years in diplomacy and counting. I'm 74 years young. I've seen this in more than one country. I've been ambassador in 6. I see this happening.
Okay. Mr. Gul, do you think that military will intervene, keeping in mind, will they allow, so many protests to continuously take place? Yesterday, the CM from Khyber Pakhtunkhwa was also there. That was a pretty high profile protest that happened.
Well, I think military is part of the hybrid regime. Now, constitutionally also, they are covered, by the 27th Amendment. So I don't think there will be any need for the Pakistan military to directly intervene and man the streets or quell the riots if they break out at all. So as long as, the police is doing the job that is required to keep the PTI or the opposition workers quiet and at a bay. So I don't see any need for the military to step in. However, one would hope that things don't get to this pass where the army is then required to come out and then confront the protesting people.
But Mr. Gul, what's the backstory? It's not as if he went to jail yesterday. It's not as if he has been kept in solitary confinement a day before yesterday. For a story to be published in Afghanistan, and then the global reaction took place. I think there is also a larger perspective to this. What has happened,
Well, the larger perspective is very clear that Imran Khan and Pakistan also, by implication, are the victims of geopolitics as being played out between the United States and its allies on the one hand and China and its allies on the other hand. So Imran Khan is a direct victim of that geopolitics because he has been very vocal about Pakistan's future resting linked to that of China, and this is what people in Washington and in London may not have liked it, and the Imran Khan told the rest of the story. So all I can see is that and the way things have evolved in Pakistan in the last 2.5 years is that geopolitically, Pakistan is currently aligned very much both with Washington and London as well as Berlin and Paris. So they are happy with the current dispensation, and that's why we don't see any pressure coming out of those big capitals. We haven't seen a single adverse comment by the governments there. Every now and then you hear something from the human rights organizations like Amnesty International or Human Rights Watch, but there hasn't been a single statement about the elections that took place last year, heavily contested elections, and then also the developments thereafter, like the amendments to the Constitution, the 26th Amendment, 27th Amendment, which have basically backpedaled democracy, which have seen the erosion of the the rights of the parliament, the authority of the parliament, as well as erosion of the powers of the judiciary. So I haven't haven't come across a single adverse reaction from London or from Washington, and that suggests that they are very happy with the current system.
You know, I kind of, Ahmad, I kind of agree with Mr. Gul. He has a very solid point to make when Donald Trump says, my favorite general, my favorite field marshal. I mean, so internationally, then Imran Khan doesn't have much space, and he has a point that Oval Office is pretty much invested with Asim Munir, who is taking Pakistan in a very different and a dangerous direction.
Yes, sir. The problem in America today is we got a president who has got very low moral, ethical values. I will assure you, Mr. Trump is not interested in Israel, Iran, or anything. His family is in cryptocurrency business, and Asim Munir had employed one of his young boys from Lahore, Bilal bin Saqib, to net the younger Trumps and Mr. Witkoff, Steve Witkoff's sons. And that's all. Mr. Trump is happy that his family members are making money in the cryptocurrency business. That's all he cares about. Our country, Pakistan, I mean, our neighboring country, I must say, is unfortunately burning. I feel very strongly the way they are treating the sovereign Pashtun leader, Sohail Afridi, who has the mandate of 45 million Pashtuns as if he's nobody. He spent the whole night on the streets in front of Adiala Jail. This is, I think, the last days of Pakistan. I believe Asim Munir might be the last army general of Pakistan.
No, I think that's pretty wishful, you know. That's pretty wishful, because I think that the Pakistani army, in a way, is deeply now intertwined with Pakistan. Ambassador Vora?
No question about it, sir. But this character Munir, he is very unstable. He goes off to the United States and threatens to take down half the world with him. You remember that?
Yes,
we
I
have
do.
nuclear weapons, we destroy half. You don't talk like that. The man is a raving lunatic. There's nothing between his ears. I mean, you don't say things like this. And that too in the United States, and old McDonald Trump says, wah, 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 wah. What a wonderful girlfriend I have. He is my friend and the greatest field marshal in human history. That kind of nonsense, because as our Baloch friend said, he's making money. So my own feeling, sir, is this is not going to go away, whatever the wishful thinking. The explosion is coming, and what is happening today will be a party compared to what happens tomorrow, sir.
Mr. Gul, on the issue of democracy, generally a lot of political parties will come together. Imran sees no support from other political parties in Pakistan. What is the reason, you know, on broader issue? Or do you feel that the older families involved in the Pakistani politics have given up? Like the Bhuttos, the Zardaris, the Sharifs, you know, they've just given up.
Yeah, I mean, Imran Khan looks at them as part of the status quo that has stunted Pakistan's growth, and these two families, dynasties, basically have joined hands with the military establishment and also in facilitating the constitutional amendments that started basically in August 2023. You know, by the within 1 week, I mean, there was so many amendments, and then followed up with the 26th and 27th amendment. So this is quite an irony for Pakistan's democratic march, that civilian political parties which had advocated and championed the cause of democracy themselves became the facilitators for surrendering part of that democratic struggle, and then basically in the process empowering the army ever more. So that is quite a sad evolution of democracy's journey in Pakistan. And these two parties, the status quo parties which Imran Khan had refused to shake hand with, have been instrumental in that. That's why I think he has refused to budge, he has refused to compromise. I mean, they have been asking him that, okay, we can join hands and then, you know, we can build a case for your release. But again, we have to keep in mind Imran Khan is not only the prisoner of state of Pakistan, but he is an international prisoner, has fallen victim to the geopolitics. I have to underline this. Had it been just the issue of Pakistan, there would be a lot of support coming from outside Pakistan. There has been none.
Is there also a Pashtun and Punjabi angle? You know, the Chief Minister of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa came?
No, I don't think so. We should really get into this ethnic politics. I mean, if you look at Pakistan's cricket team, 70% of the players right now are Pashtuns. If you look at the courts, half of the judges are from the Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. So we should not, try to get into this debate altogether. There are so many other examples where Pashtuns are leading from the front.
Thank you all of you. Thank you all of you for such a riveting conversation. But what the world wants to know is whether Imran Khan is alive, and the sister has moved the High Court, and what they want is a proof of life. And I think that's the bottom line. What they have demanded is the proof of life. So this was on point 2, but don't go away. We will have an on point 3, and on point 3 is on India's new quake map, but after a short break.
So, Balram ji, we will figure out your money. ऐसा नहीं कि पैसा नहीं है, पैसा तो है, but I'll figure it out. In the meantime, I'll try to give you something else.
Please sir, request कर सकते.
हाँ, वो मैं करते कुछ, but मैं क्या बोलते हैं कि in the meantime आपको कुछ और चाहिए, खाना वाना, कुछ
No खाना sir.
Transport.
Please request पैसा.
वो हो जाएगा, वो एडमिन के हाथ में है ना. तो in the meantime, I'll try to make your life better. I'm saying I'll give you something else. कोई पैसा थोड़ा कम है अभी, बट एंड में आपको मिलेगा पैसा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. लाइक ऊपर हाँ.
All star Cyrus sir only please पैसा request मेरे.
नहीं तो और कुछ ये कुर्ता ले लो ना, कुछ कपड़े ले लो. You take something from here. इस सेट में आपको वो कप पसंद है, वो कप ले लो. हाँ. अरे और लाइट चाहिए हाँ.
Please request पैसा.
हो जाएगा मैं प्रॉमिस करता हूँ.
All star Cyrus sir please request पैसा.
पैसा तो आ जाएगा, अब डायरेक्ट बैंक अकाउंट में आ जाएगा.
The Bureau of Indian Standards has released a radically updated seismic zonation map of India that places the entire Himalayan arc in a newly introduced highest risk zone 6 for the first time. The shift redefines how buildings, infrastructure and urban expansion must respond to the persistent tectonic stresses beneath some of the most densely populated regions in the subcontinent. The shift is important because nearly 3/4 of India's population now lives in seismically active areas, and the overall proportion of land falling under moderate to high hazard categories has increased from 59% to 61%. Older maps underestimated the danger posed by long, quiet fault sections, particularly the central Himalayas, which has not produced a major surface rupture in nearly 200 years. The revision reclassifies the outer Himalayas as a zone where rupture is likely to propagate southwards until it intersects with the Himalayan frontal thrust, which in Dehradun region begins near Mohan. The new code recommends upgrades to safety requirements for both structural and non-structural components for the first time. What does it say? All heavy non-structural components exceeding 1% of a building's total weight must be properly anchored to reduce internal collapses and limit injuries during moderate earthquakes. Critical infrastructure including hospitals, schools, pipelines, bridges and key public buildings must be designed to remain operational after a major earthquake so that they can support disaster response. Engineers say that this aligns with India's and best international practices that prioritizes resilience of essential services, not just the survival of the physical infrastructure. So one, what is the big implication of India's new quake map and how safe is our built environment in the Himalayas? On this issue, I am joined by Atendra Kumar Shukla, former senior scientist and Deputy Director General, Head Center for Seismology, Indian Meteorological Department and Ministry of Earth Sciences. Thank you, Mr. Shukla, for joining me. So my first question is, what is the implication of this new quake map?
Of course, first of all, I would like to congratulate the Bureau of Indian Standard that they have come up with this probabilistic impact seismic hazard map. Presently, we were using 4-zone map, 2, 3, 4, 5, which was a static type of thing. Because we have started this, we felt the need of this this type of map, and started in 2011. B means the Disaster Management Authority, and given this map to the BIS in 2013 for the review and making this implicate. So it's okay, better than never. They have come up with this map. It's a very look like, because I have not gone through the implication of this map, how this will be used for the different purposes, except for the construction of building, because there is a lot of other things also where we were expecting that map will be helpful for a generation of some other product which will be more precise for the safety of the building. So this map, yes, it's a very good map. Is real achievement for this for the safety of the building, and we are giving this probability of these things. So regarding this map, the Himalaya.
Okay, Mr. Shukla, I'll divide my conversation into two parts. How does it affect common people? What should they understand from this map? And secondly, what was the need to update it? We have to break the story down for our common audience.
So, okay, so what was the need? That's why I was telling, because we had the probabilistic, this static map, which is very conservative type of map, and it was not giving a proper impact of earthquake in the region, because that's depend on only the data, geological map and the past earthquake history. So it's improved map. It will give a precise value of this one. That's the first part is that. Second part, it's for common. The first thing, as you have already mentioned, and there's a report is available in the report, that they have revised the building code as well. Means the area which were mostly revision is in zone 5, and rest of the area is, I think, it's remain same, because I have not gone in detail of this one. So zone 5, where the zone 5 houses were constructed previously, what we have to do, I don't know what they have taken the provision of this, which has already been constructed based on the zone 5. Earlier zone 5, and now they have gone to the 6th. So they require properly.
Sir, how does it affect cities? Residential colonies have come up in Noida, Gurgaon. You know, there's a huge urban sprawl. How does it affect urban centers like Delhi?
That's why I'm telling. Because these were prepared. Delhi, of course, we have still seems to be in zone 4, but we have other study micro-zonation, which can be some part of Delhi has gone to the zone 5 also. So the effect will be, now we have to understand, we have to study whether these building, which as you mentioned in Noida and other places, because Himalaya is also close to the Delhi, so certainly this will also affect the high-rise building of Noida. Whenever whenever earthquake come, a lot of shaking and building is seen in this one. So Himalayan earthquake, if suppose earthquake occur in Himalaya, because emphasis has been given to the Himalaya region earthquake, so naturally they will be affected. So now, which we have already constructed based on the zone 4 or 5, whatever the place may be, and now it has been upgraded. So we have to take care of that. we have to we have to assess the impact of the earthquake in this based on this and retrofitting should be taken. So that's a very important thing. Is this one? The building has already been constructed. Regarding new building, of course, the code is there. They will start constructing. I think with immediate effect, they will start constructing based on the present zoning, present code, as you have mentioned, lot of other things has been added. The static things which
okay, there's one more thing I would like to ask you. Why is the Kutch area shown in the red? You know, I understand Himalayan plate, but as a general viewer, I have a query. A part of Gujarat is a very high seismic zone that I don't understand. Why?
Yes, that's also I was keeping in mind. I don't know, because of course Kutch is very highly seismic zone, because it is in this they have a very we have already some big earthquake, and in past also, and 2001 we have seen this earthquake. So because that is based on again tectonic setup in that area, the previous earthquake, and the probability has been generated. So I don't know how whole. I also I don't know. Himalaya, of course, lot of seismic gaps were there, and since last 2 decades, we were there was a prediction that the big earthquake is coming in this one. So it's okay. That's Himalaya is active region. So they have upgraded the area joining to the this one. But Kutch, of course, we have to go to the proper study in this one. Why whole Kutch will be given this one?
So what? So
presently, I don't have.
Okay, fair enough. And what should be the response of the administration, keeping in mind that Himalayas are young mountains? Do you think that the new code should be strictly implemented in the Himalayan region? Because I don't think that is getting implemented in the mountainous areas.
This is not mountainous area only. Mountainous area means like Dehradun, northeast, whole northeast has been upgraded to the zone 6, and some part of the Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Himachal.
So in zone 6, sir, what can be the magnitude of the earthquake when we say zone 6?
Zone 6, we were expecting that at that. So far, what we are thinking that there are seismic gap in Himalaya region, because Himalaya is very large, and there are regions where more than 200 years there was no earthquake. So energy is getting accumulated at these places. So, and we were expecting that even the earthquake is possible more than 8 magnitude, and probably keeping this mind, the whole Himalaya 8 and plus 8 plus.
So you are saying 6 is 8 plus. So, and zone 5 is?
Zone 5 is 4 to up. 8 is also, of course, even in zone 5, northeast region, we have already 8.7 earthquake.
So 8 plus is a big earthquake.
8 plus is very high, very big earthquake. 8 plus maybe, yes, it's very big earthquake. That's why probably they have kept this Himalaya region for this zone 6, upgraded the zone of this.
Okay, thank you, sir. Sir, thank you. I've really run short of time. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining me. Well, this is all I had on Point today, and this was the new quake map. And this quake map tells us that our construction needs to be in a way which counters the effect of the quakes, because the quakes will happen, because there is a build-up energy in Himalayas, and which will come out, which we saw in Ethiopia, in the Rift Valley, when a volcano activity took place after 12,000 years. But I'll see you on Monday at the same time. Thank you and good night.
बढ़ता है, खेलता है, झूलता उछलता है, दौड़ता कभी कभी दौड़ कराता है, आगे आगे बढ़ता है इंडिया, अमूल दूध।